Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. All students, hope so you all are fine, good and healthy. Today the topic which we are going to discuss is basically the Muslim scientists. So, if we are going to discuss about the Muslim scientists, what do you think? That Muslims have done nothing in the science? No, then that would be totally wrong. Basically, there are very good scientists around us which were in the past who were believing strongly in the Allah Almighty, who have the knowledge about the Quran, and then they used to take out the observation, like they used to take out the verses from the Quran and then start observing the verses. And on the basis of this, they have discovered millions of the things like that. But now, today, what is happening? The Muslims, Islam knowledge is getting very weak. That's why we are not a good scientist. If you have the strong knowledge about the Quran, if you're a good Muslim, then obviously one day you will become a good scientist, because in fact Allah Ta'ala is saying by himself कि गौर करो, do think, do observe, and the science is all on the observation. Science is basically all on the observation, and Allah is saying do observe, and science is saying yes, do observe. Then you are going to get something. So beta, if we are going to see the history of the past, then we are going to get that there are many scientists, Muslim scientists, who have done many of the things in the field of science. So one of the renowned scientists is the Jabir bin Hayyan, and in fact he was known as the father of chemistry. He was born in Iran and he practiced his medicines in Iraq. He introduced the experimental investigation in chemistry and also wrote a number of the books on the plant and animal. His famous book was Al-Nabatat and Al-Haywan. So you can see Al-Nabatat beta, the plants, and Al-Haywan means animals. So in fact it is not like that the Jabir bin Hayyan was only the biologist. See, he is also a chemist. So he have done too much in chemistry as well in the biology. So if you really want to be a good scientist, if you want to be a good biologist, then you should have a good relation with your Quran. You should have a good relation with the Islam. The next scientist is the Abdus Malik Asmail. He born in 740 and died in 828 AD. He is considered the first Muslim scientist who have ever studied the animals in detail. And his famous writing includes Al-Abil means camel, Al-Khali means horse, Al-Waush means animals, Halke insan. But he have studied the internal, you can say that he have studied the anatomy. He have studied the anatomy, like he was the one who have seen what is inside the animal. Like today you know each and everything. Today you know that where is the eye? Eye is the orbit. The skull is protecting the brain. The heart is present inside the below the ribs. Lungs are there in the chest cavity. Stomach is in the abdomen cavity. So he was the first who have ever discussed about the animals in the detail. Similarly, let's see the other one, that is Abu Ali Sina. The Abu Ali Sina was basically born in 980 and dies in 1037 AD. He is honored as the founder of the medicine, as called as the Avicenna in the West. But basically, the Abu Ali Sina is also known as the Avicenna. So, what is going on there? So he is known as the Avicenna of the West. He is known as the Avicenna of the West. Although you can say that he had that much worth. He is honored as the founder of the medicine, like he was the first who have ever discussed in detail about the medicines, like how to make the medicines, how to cure the disease by the help of the medicine. In fact, he is a very good physician, philosopher, astronomer, as well as he is a poet. So it's not mean like better you are going to do the specialization in one field. You can do in many fields the way the other scientists did. As well as he have wrote a very famous book that is known as Al-Qanun fil Al-Tib. That is known as a Qanun of the medicines in the West. So hope so you get that. If you have any query, you can ask me. So let's discuss about the questions, like which questions you are going to do. Mostly better in the federal board, the question used to come that write a note on the Muslim scientist, especially the date of the birth and the death. This is very much important. according to the MCQs of the point of the view. Like in objective, it used to ask. So you have to learn like them. The question which you have to write on your copy is that explain Muslim scientists, ठीक है. Or the other question you have to write is that mention the role of the Jabir bin Hayyan in biology, mention the role of the Abdul Malik Asmai in the science. Similarly, the other question can come like who was Bu Ali Sina and what you know about that. So these kind of the questions used to come in the uh, paper. The question which you have to write in your copy is only one question, that write a note on the Muslim scientist. Hope so you get that beta. If you had any query, any kind of the problem, you can discuss with me, you can comment me. I will try my best to solve it. So stay blessed and Allah Hafiz. And do remember me in your praise. Okay, Allah Hafiz.